Hey, this is YT Politics here. Welcome to the world of idol worship. You know, where we worship our favorite idol gods. You know, aka otherwise known as the Black Conscience Movement. Now, I'm gonna jump on this subject dealing with polite. You know, a lot of you brothers probably seen the videos on side net of TV, or what they call it, black news or whatever channel it is. Sometimes I go on it, because I be watching the apostles of GMS, you know, discuss these black conscious brothers, or unconscious is what they should be titled. Now this nigga recently, well, I should say about a couple of months ago, went on a rant and even threatened the life of GMS Israelite group, threatened to bring the Bloods and the Crips against them. But I want to deal with Kemet. The origins of that word Kemet. And I repeat the sentiments of this caricature I did of him. Fuck Kemet. I mean, to the lowest form. I mean, and fuck Sa Nigga. I mean, his name is Sa Netta, but I renamed him Sa Nigga because he all about money. And he a snake motherfucker too. And my man, he got about 3 or 4. Yeah, I think he got 4 women, 4 wives, and they all are gods. You got God number 1, God number 2, and God number 3. That's the purest form of idolatry. But I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna deal with the that word Kemet. Now this here is a Syrian Hebrew and Paleo Hebrew chart. I'm gonna let you freeze play it and study it, so you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. I'm gonna be dealing with the main character up here, the letter, or should I say the symbol of that word Ka. And I'm gonna be dealing with this word too. I didn't circle it, but it's Kam. Now the symbol in the Paleo Hebrew is like flowing water, I believe. If not, you brothers could correct me on the comment board. And this symbol, I'm a little confused. I think it's either a window or a ladder. But like I say, if you brothers know, because I know some of you are into deep study on the Hebrew, put it on the comment board to edify Israel on what this symbol represents. But it's artwork. And like I told you in the previous video, this is an ox head. I know that for sure, that the R sound is an ox head, in the Paleo Hebrew. And you can look up the hieroglyphics, all the symbols, letters really, words are really picture containers. They're broken down into symbols so that you can understand them, in every language in the world. And the most basic form of language is Hebrew, or Ebar. I mean, who started the Hebrew language. And like I say, a lot of people, they debate. Scholars have different definitions of the word, but this is Assyrian Hebrew came later during the Assyrian captivity. But during the Paleo Hebrew back in the ancient times, this was the symbols used in the Paleo Hebrew. And all this here you can see. Now, I'm going to move on, but I want you to freeze play it to study it so you'll get the understanding. And you can go to GMS website. I believe they have a section where you can study Hebrew, because that's where I got this from. Now, dealing with Egypt, or should I say Kemet, I'm gonna go to Psalms 105 verse 23. Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham. Now Israel and Jacob are one and the same, but in this verse here, in the contents, is describing the whole nation. And Jacob is the man that eventually changed his name to Israel. meaning he is a prince of power. In the Paleo Hebrew, it's Yasha. You can go study that on your own. You can go to the blue letter Bible and study it. And sojourn in the land of Ham. Now we're gonna deal with this word land. I gotta highlight it. In the Hebrew. Now this is the Assyrian Hebrew right here, where I got the cruise on. Now this little symbol supposed to be under this, the Ka sound. You can go back to the Hebrew chart and see that this is the Ka sound. Now if you want to learn it on the blue letter Bible, you can just type tools and hit linear, bilinear or linear, and it'll break down the words in the Assyrian Hebrew. They don't have the Paleo Hebrew, but they do have the Assyrian Hebrew. And this is the symbol for the Assyrian Hebrew right here. And calm, that's how it's broken down in the pronunciation, which equals to Kim, calm to Kim. And that's why you get the word Kemet from. So it's different, the transliteration for the word ham. And that's where you get the word chemistry from. I got it written down here. And now it describes it. It has two definitions. One says it means hot, and the other says that it means black. Hot and black. But I chose the former, which is hot. And based on the elders, because sometimes like I say, the definition in the blue letter Bible goes off. You got to learn how to chew the meat, spit out the bones. I mean, you got to put the definition in the right, proper contents. And that's why a lot of them brothers going off, because Japhet is defined as fair. And that's why you got a lot of people saying that, the so-called white man come out of the line of Japhet. They got that because of the definition of the word, Japhet meaning fair, or I guess fair complexion or whatever, they got the definition is. It makes them go off, not seeing that Esau is the biblical nationality of the so-called white man. It means to be wasted away, Asha, But I don't want to go too deep. I'm kind of veering off. But the main subject is Ham. And these niggas here, man, so that letting you know that Polite, the bitch nigga, and his gods, his 4 gods or 3 gods, they think they're Hamites, and he worship, it's idolatry in the purest form. But the Lord made a judgment and a prophecy, about the Egypt, the spiritual Egypt, and these idol gods that they serve, And that's in Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt, and see, that's what they in, the spirit of Egypt, shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy. And this is the Most High talking on it. The counsel of thereof, and they shall seek to the idols. As you see down here, he worship these women. He said the black woman is God. They say, I will worship, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers. And see, so a nigga, he a charmer. He's into that, he say he plays chess. So this nigga, he's double-minded, wishy-washy. First he say he a Hebrew, now he's back into Kemet. So, he a Hamite, and he think he a Hebrew, then he switches. So he say he playing chess. He's a fucking moron. That's what he is. A nigger. And to them that have familiar spirits. Isaiah. Yeah, so you got a familiar spirit in you, Isaiah. That's why you discrediting everything that the Bible stands for. You creating your own doctrine. You fucking moron. And to the wizards. So all these ingredients make up the black conscious movement. You guys are a bunch of fucking morons. You worship idol gods, which is the black woman. You pin her on a pedestal. The queen of heaven worship. You worship women. And Amun Ra, or whatever god you think you worshiping. It's all bullshit. It's idolatry. And I just wanted to point that out. It's the spirit of Egypt. And what else represents the spirit of Egypt? In Revelation chapter 11, verse 8, and their dead bodies, see, they spiritually dead, shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. And see, that word Sodom goes back to sodomites. I mean, there's a bunch of homosexuals in this wicked kingdom, and it's spiritually called Egypt. Why? Because we got black conscious niggas like this, and the whole system. Like I said, you look at the dollar bill, all this system is worship them Egyptian idol gods. So it's in the spirit of Egypt, where also the Lord was crucified. How was he crucified? Caesar Borgia was put in a place as the image of who the world called Jesus Christ, YAHAWASHI. So there you have it, folks. These people are spiritually dead. That's why I say their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. See, these are metaphors and hyperboles, so that you understand. You can't read the Bible literally. You have to go by the spiritual reference. Polite call it spookism. That spooky stuff. The fucking idiot ass nigga. Don't bring that spooky stuff. Sound like he sound like a damn coon when he say that shit. But yet he worship idol gods. That shit supposed to be the symbol of the woman or whatever. And like I say, I mock this motherfucker. He's a mockery of Israel, because he put a shotgun. He shot the Bible with a shotgun. So he's the enemy of the Most High. He made it very clear. And he's a sensitive ass emotional nigga too, crying and bitching about, which I thought was it was staged. All that shit wasn't real. But that's the end of this lesson. I just wanted to go into this quick review on the word come or ham, which is what this word, the etymology of it comes from the word ham, kemet. Either way, that's the end of this. Now, if you brothers got some more input on the subject, post it on the comment board, and we can have a discussion about it. All right, Shalom, y'all stay the fuck up.